G'day guys, and welcome to another video on the YouTube channel. And in today's video we're going to be grading each AFL team's 2024 AFL season. Of course, the home and away season and regular AFL season has came to an end, and now it's the off season, so sad times for AFL fans, but I guess we have to get through. And now let's just review every AFL team's 2024 year. So the categories range between amazing, good, decent, poor and horrible. So if your team goes in horrible, it's just because they had a big decline from 2023 to 2024 or something like that. But anyway, without talking too much, let's just get straight into the video. So first we got the Adelaide Crows. The Adelaide Crows actually had a terrible season in my opinion. They finished 15th on the ladder, which is not good because in 2023 they finished 10th on the ladder, and plus their big stars has really just fallen off, and it hasn't been one of those years for the Adelaide Crows where they just can say, oh, what an amazing season, we have had some growth. No, it was just a big decline for them, and it's basically the same team, and so you have to put them in poor category as they just declined from 5 spots down, and they're not even a rebuilding side, so it's very, very concerning times for the Adelaide Crows, and they could decline even more in the 2025 season. But anyway, now moving on to the Premiers, the Brisbane Lions. Who would have thought this team would have won the premiership in 2024? Finishing 5th to winning a premiership is absolutely unbelievable. And in 2023 they finished 2nd and lost against the Collingwood Magpies. This season they finished 5th and won the premiership. So you can't put them lower than what they were last year because the amazing final series they had was unbelievable. The Lions, they just had a great year, absolutely spectacular year. You can say Loman was a star this season, Ashcroft, great man, Rayner, he also had a decent season, Neil as well. So it's really good times for Lions, and you can't put it in amazing because they had a beautiful finals run, so I'm going to put them in amazing because they are the premiership winning team, so you got to put them very high in grading this 2024 AFL season. And yeah, now the Carlton Blues, they finished 8th this year, and where did they finish in 2023? They finished 5th. So they had a bit of a decline, but you can't really judge them because of that, because they had so much injuries during the season, and I think everyone can agree with that. They just had a very mediocre season, even with the injuries they've been having. To manage to scrape in the 8 is unbelievable for the Carlton Blues, and yeah, there's some good signs for them, but you can't put them higher. You could put them in poor, but I'm going to put them in decent because with the amount of injuries they've been having this year, and they managed to make it to the final series, you have to put them in decent. What a season they've been having. It's been a very, very tough season for the Carlton Blues, and well, no team will have to go through that, and yeah, just a terrible season. Now this one's going to be interesting to rank. The Collingwood Magpies season, they finished 9th and finished 1st in 2023 and won the flag, so they miss out on the 8 when they won the flag the other year, which is not good. So got to put them in decent, below the Carlton Blues, because they're a talented side and they didn't even make the top 8 as the reigning premiers in 2023. That's pretty disappointing because they got very good talent, you can say. They have very, very good talent. With their players are just unbelievable. The list goes on. It's a great team, and they haven't shown it in 2024. With their premiership hangover at the start of the season probably cost them a top 8 spot, maybe even a top 4 spot, and winning the flag again. But yeah, it's just the way it is. Now the Essendon Bombers season, this one, they finished 11th this year, and in 2023 they finished 11th as well. So there hasn't been an improvement in their list. Yeah, that's why I'm going to put them above the Pies, because I had that premiership hangover and the way they've been playing this year. So I'm going to put the Bombers in decent, in the middle of decent, because they haven't been having like a big year as well. They do have Sammy J, but he's a great gun. And Darcy Parish out there, they've got great players. The Bombers just need to utilise it next season. I think next season they can have a banger year. But yeah, Freo, the team that missed out on finals and it came down to the last game and they lost it, they finished 10th. And the other year they finished actually pretty low, 14th. So you gotta highly rank them. I'll say they're higher than the Blues here. I've got to put them higher than the Blues here. They had a great year. You can say they did way better. And they got robbed in some matches, so they did really just deserve to make the final series over the Carlton Blues. The Freo Dockers are a great team with great capabilities for the future. It's just a great team. You can't go against the Freo Dockers for the coming years. Just amazing their season. Now the Catters, they came to a prelim. They finished 3rd in 2024. They finished 12th in 2023. So you got to put them in good. They had an absolutely cracky year and pretty much breakout year, you can say. Just an absolutely brilliant year with Jezza Cameron, a great player this year, as well as Brad Close. I loved him this season for the Cats. I watched the Cats a lot this year, and they were good. They were absolutely good. They were dominating contests, and they're just a brilliant team. Now the Gold Coast Suns finished 13th and in 2024 and finished 15th in 2023. So there has been an improvement, but everyone was expecting more with the new coach of Damien Hardwick. So that's why I'm going to put them in poor. They did improve, but everyone was expecting them to do better with Damien Hardwick because what a successful coach he is, and he did prevail this year. They do have a good list. They do. The Gold Coast Suns off your heart, and they had Noah Anderson. Mac Andrew had a stunner year. I loved Mac Andrew. He was one of my favourite players this year. Also, when he kicked that goal after the side against the Bombers, it was absolutely brilliant. And it's just brilliant to see how good they've done with Ben King, Matt Rowell. How much tackles did he rack up this year? He did well. And it was just a brilliant year. It was a dream year for their team. It was just stunning what they could achieve. And now let's go move on to the GWS Giants. Where did they finish in 2023? They finished 7th and then they finished 4th. So you got to put them in good tier. Brilliant team with brilliant capabilities. Jesse Hogan winning his first Coleman medal. Absolutely beautiful year for him as well. There were some patches, because of the final series they had, you could drop them down to decent. But I think they still had a good year, even though the final series was crap for them. It was a good season for the Giants, and I think they can possibly go for a premiership next year. They got that finals experience now, they got that finals youth. They're more hungry, their team. Their team is one of the most hungriest teams in the competition, which makes them, think they're a great team. Now the Hawks. I know it's a bit biased, but I've got to put them in good, the top of good, because the way we came from 0-5 to making a semi-final is unbelievable. It's grading the 2024 season, and they went on a massive run, and as well as finishing 16th in 2023, and they just did so well with Dylan Moore, all Australian. He did well as well this year. Newcomb and the Wizard, what a shining light. Number one draft pick, not the number one draft pick, sorry, the 7th draft pick, and we picked him well, and he's a great player. Controversial decisions with Jack Ginnivan, but I can say the Hawks had one of the best years, one of the most exciting teams in the competition in 2024, and they're just a showtime Hawks. You cannot miss to watch them. They should have got more Channel 7 games, but anyway, let's move on to the Melbourne Demons. They finished 14th, did they, in 2024? 2024, and then they finished 4th in 2023. So that's a massive decline. Sorry, Demons fans. I've got to put them below the Crows though. The season they had was horror. Just horror year. It was just terrible. Their players didn't have any legs, they didn't go on with it. They just had a terrible year. They could have done many things better this year. They just did terrible. With the Petrarca injury, really hurt them this year, and they had no shining lights this season. Sorry, but that's what happens. North Melbourne, got to put them in horrible. They've been in the same spot every year, and they're just finishing in the bottom four for like 4 or 5 years straight. It's just terrible. But anyway, they do have Sheasel, Simpkin, great players. Looking forward to seeing 2025. They're just a great team, and they're just a great team in general. Now let's move on to the Power. The Power, Ken Hinkley's boys. They finished 2nd in 2024 and then finished 3rd in 2023. So massive growth. Can't put them higher than the Giants. Had a brilliant year. Just a brilliant year as well. Ken Hinkley's boys. They did well this season. I hate the Power after that game, semi-final, and the goal that happened with Darcy Burn-Jones. So we had bad year with Port. Don't like Port at all. But yeah, let's just enough talk about Port, and let's just get on with the Tigers. All right. They finished 18th this year and 13th in 2023. Massive decline. Where do we put this team? Higher than North, but they had a terrible year. They had one of the worst years this year. But they're rebuilding, to be fair, and it's gonna get worse as there's lots of people wanting to go to the Gold Coast Suns or to WA. Most players from the Richmond Tigers, which is really disappointing if you're a Tigers fan, because they're just they're a team with talent and they haven't showed it here. But it was just a brilliant year. St Kilda. 12th this year, and then where did they finish the other year? They finished 6th. See, I'm going to put them at the top of Paul. Didn't have a bad year. They did better than the Suns, you can say, the Crows and decent Tigers North. But not the best year, you can say, easily, by far. They didn't have a perfect year. They didn't have what a year. They just went through some tough times as well. Sydney, got to put them above the Hawks. They did so well this season. Chad Warner, Gordon, and everything. But Swans fans, you guys might be sad about your season after losing the grand final. But look at the other like 26 games you played. You've absolutely been amazing this season. Just couldn't pull it off in the big dance. Well, deserving premiers definitely will come back for more revenge next season. And just a brilliant year. Now, the team that's actually improved a bit this season is the West Coast Eagles. Got to put them lower than these. In poor, near the end of poor, or you can put them higher than the Demons. It's just a terrible year. Now, the Bulldogs, the Blue Dogs, you can say, finished 6th in 2024 and finished 9th in 2023. So there has been some growth. That's why I'm going to put them in decent. Had a decent year, made it to a Elam final. They did well as well this season. Shining lights again. Bont, he did well this season as well. And many other players. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I just want to thank you guys for getting me that half monetization. And it means a lot. It means a lot for me. And if you want to keep some more growth going on the channel, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. It was a great video. Peace.